Ah dear guys, now my decision to make this video, one, we're in lockdown, we're a bit bored, I'm gonna make a fool of myself today. Two, I had scrapped this video beforehand. Anyways guys, welcome back to another Sith Geek YouTube video. And today, as you can see by the title, it's I tried to be Ashnflash for a day gone wrong sort of thing. If you don't already know who Ashnflash is, he's a fellow Lego YouTube creator with extreme talent. He's got a YouTube channel with 81,000 subscribers and he does some really incredible custom Lego CMF drafts and custom stuff. He does a bunch of other stuff as well. I'll leave his link in the description down below for you guys to go check out. He released a video a while back called Ashnflash tutorial, drawing tutorial #1, and he's drawing Flash. Now in this video, I'm not gonna lie to you, I watched this video, I was like, okay, it's not simple, I'm not saying it's a simple thing to do, but I was like, oh, this isn't the hardest thing in the world to do. Like, surely I can achieve something like this in a significant amount of time. I mean, he spends I don't know, 1 to 2 hours on a design sort of, and I don't know, I spent maybe like the same amount of sort of time on my design. Now this was the first time I ever made a design, and I was trying to follow the same sort of techniques he uses. So if you don't already know the techniques he uses, he goes into a program called Photoshop and he just traces an image from a screenshot from this other program called LDD, which is Lego Digital Designer, and in that program he will articulate the motion of a minifigure and then take that screenshotted image and put it in Photoshop and then just trace over using a technique that is pretty simplistic, and it's pretty simple when you think about it. You just hold shift, you trace round and that sort of stuff. He has made a career out of this, and for me to be what's the word, optimistic to go in and because this was my exact quote in my head, I was like, oh, this would be easy to do, I'll smash out a CMF draft, easy days. On the contrary, now that's why this video's named Gone Wrong, because it definitely went wrong and it is not a very good design. So the first design I tried to do, I tried to make myself, so Sith Geek, in the same sort of technique. So I go down the same sort of path, and that's what I try to do. I'll show you a picture of it. Please don't laugh so much, because I actually, know what, laugh if you want. I attempted this and it's really bad, like really bad. So obviously I figured out that it's not as easy as it looks as how he makes it look, because if you've ever tried this yourself, maybe you have, it's a little bit harder, especially for like designs in the center. But anyways, this is God's sake guys, I can't believe I'm doing this. So this here is my design, right? So yeah, this is Sith Geek. I was just going with like plain jeans, plain red top. I was like, oh yeah, I'll wear like a design or something of myself, so I've got like Sith Geek in the center. That looks okay. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom because it gets progressively worse as we go up. But all I'm saying is, yeah, go subscribe to Ashnflash because he's an incredibly talented guy and deserves all the credit he gets for everything he does, because this is not an easy feat to do, even though he makes it look very easy. So we're starting from the bottom. It's not too bad at the bottom, it's just square lines. You're just holding shift, so you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, just making rectangular motions and square sort of stuff. And I also talk about like colorization. It's pretty easy to do. He says in the video you just get a palette of all the Lego colors, and you make it look 3D if on the sides. Just put the color slightly darker, so the side of the jeans is slightly darker than this front side, because it's as if light is created and shadow is created. So yeah, I've done that throughout it, and it looks okay. Like the feet here, to be honest, I'm probably the most satisfied with. The more we go up, the more finicky I get. This section here is the first section with curves in it, and curves were the main issue with my design, okay, and the main issue that I came into. So I couldn't really get the curve to do what it really wanted to do, and I didn't know how to really fix it. So I tried my best, tried to copy and paste and that sort of stuff, but overall the legs don't look too bad, apart from a couple curves looking a bit wonky. Moving on to the torso piece. Yet again, it's not too bad. The hardest part that I found her how to do here was the arms, or specifically the Lego, I don't know how you call them, claws, fingers. They were quite hard to do, holding shift, going round. It makes it look a bit more boxy than it should do. It should look a lot more curved. Yet again, guys, I'm not saying this is Ashnflash's fault for his tutorial or anything. It's just bad practice on me, and I just wanted to I wanted to show you guys, like, we're not all perfect, and I done goofed, and it's not as easy as it looks. But yeah, I mean, the torso's not too bad. In a couple other places, it is a little bit squint and a bit out there, not gonna lie. Yet again, did the shading thing, and it makes it look a little bit better. I'm definitely happier with the right hand side claw or fingers than the left hand one, because it looks a lot more curved and it looks a bit better there. But now we're moving to the head, the face, the head and the face, right? This is when, so I'm not gonna, this is not an excuse, but I'm telling you the truth. I was around about, I don't know, like an hour and a half in, and I don't know how he has the patience for doing this, because he'll create a whole design that's really distinct, really designer. Everything's going on. Like, this is really simplistic. Like, I didn't even put like any other design on this. I'll show you some of the designs he creates. It's crazy. But yes, I was getting a bit annoyed, because I'm like, oh, it's taking so long. It's like, oh. Beard, I think looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. I did copy the beard from my original SithGeek that I do over my channel, which I can't remember who made that for me, but someone made that for me. It wasn't Ashnflash. So that is a bit of a cop out from my side there. I made the eyes myself, and I think I traced the eyebrows myself there as well. Obviously, we're all gonna laugh because the hair looks absolutely horrendous. But at this point, it was getting on to like 2 hours. I'm like, oh, I really can't be bothered doing this. I do that. I put some lines in. It looks awful. It looks absolutely awful. And I'm like, well, that's when I decided to scrap the video, because the video was originally titled like being Ashnflash for a day or something. I didn't put the gone wrong in or anything. I was just like, oh, trying to be Ashnflash. But I had a second attempt, and I think this attempt ended up being a little bit better. This took me way longer, and it's slightly more detailed than that original design there. But if you guys don't already know, one of my favourite TV shows is Thunderbirds. Not the animated series, the original Thunderbirds puppets. I loved them. I had them all on like videotape. Virgil, Scott, like all the characters. I love Thunderbirds. I took inspiration from this image here that I found. This design here, it's not done by Ashnflash. I can't remember, and I feel annoyed by not giving credit here, but this design is awesome. I saw these and like, oh, I've got to attempt this myself. So this is what I came up with in LDD. It's pretty similar to the position that I'd had my Lego Fig that I did an awful design of that I've just shown you. And the main thing on here that signifies it's a Thunderbird character is the hat there. The hat works, and that's awesome. That's cool. So this is my design. I'm going to show you guys here. It's a bit clumsy. It's a bit bumpy. But it's okay. It's my best attempt. The issue that I find hardest with more technical designs like this is trying to be fluid throughout the design. So if we take a look at the neck here, the torso part of the neck doesn't line up with the actual part of the neck in terms of the minifigure head. So it's little things like that. And then we take a look at the bottom torso in comparison to the legs and the belt part. It's not really fluid. It doesn't go through very fluid. I mean, there's a couple things that I did wrong in this as well, like the line black part was too big. It should be a certain size, but it should be smaller than this. The face looks a bit goofy. It looks slightly non-Lego like and more like just a cartoon. So definite improvement on top of the first one, in my opinion, mainly because I don't have to do any hair. But this is where I want you guys to comment down below if you think I should attempt this sort of stuff in the future. Maybe I should go back and attempt a whole Thunderbirds CMF draft, and maybe I could come out with something acceptable and good looking. Do you guys think this version is better than my previous version, or do you think I should just scrap everything and this is a one-off type goofy video that I should never have thought of in the first place. But anyways, the final thing I'm going to say is shout out to Ashnflash for being an amazing creator and motivating me to do this. And yeah, peace out, guys. Don't bully me too much. Bye.